Well, good evening, everybody. Clutch here from the Sodak Motorcycle Blog. Joining you once again for another edition of Mail It In March, where it's a month where I just pretty much just take old videos and repackage them. It's pretty much like rerun season for TV shows. But so tonight's episode, we're going to go ahead and revisit a trip me and another club member made down to our Midwest Meet and Greet in Colorado Springs back last June. So we just got the whole thing just packed together in one episode. We're well over an hour, so you're probably already tuned out. But those are still here, encourage you to stick around, check out the whole video. Hope you like it. And also, keep watching the Sodak Motorcycle Blog. So I can assure you, we're going to have some new content coming out shortly. I'm honestly looking at targeting, hopefully we're going to do another Comments and Beer the first weekend of April, or the first Thursday of April. And after that, hopefully we should be getting into new season stuff. But honestly, I've been kind of having an issue trying to motivate myself, get myself going this year. It's just been kind of one of those years, I think. But hopefully we can get to this point and I can get some inspiration and I can get going with some fresh videos for you. But like I said, once again, I appreciate all your support, and here's the Midwest Meet and Greet trip. Hope you enjoy it. Well, welcome back everybody to Sodak Motorcycle Blog. Once again, a lovely June day here in South Dakota. So if you're wondering what way the wind's coming from today, from the southeast. At, you guessed it, 45 freaking miles an hour, because that's just kind of how the spring has been. It's either northwest or southeast. 45 mile an hour winds. And if it ain't blowing 45 miles an hour, just wait a few hours, it will. But anyways, coming to you here on Juneteenth, 19th of June. Out here enjoying my newfound federal holiday, thanks to my employment with the federal government. I know, us federal employees are lazy enough and we got another day off. But I tell you this much, I'm pretty sure that there's a federal job probably available in your area. So if you want to take advantage of, holidays and decent pay, good health benefits, we're open, we have jobs. So but anyways, so tomorrow morning we're heading to Colorado for our Midwest Meet and Greet for the Green Night, so looking forward to that. But tonight we're out and about because, well, I need to go mail a letter. Actually, I got to do more than that. Actually, we're going to bike night. We're going to do a meeting at bike night, which, okay, cool. Although, I would recommend that your club avoids bike nights for meetings because it's kind of really hard to get anything done in them. A lot of stuff going on. People are distracted by crap. It's hard to keep people focused, but that's the way it is. We don't have a clubhouse, so that's what we do. And like I said, this is your stereotypical night before the big trip. So the bike is ready to go. It's pretty much packed up. Essentially, when I get home tonight, I'm probably going to throw just about all the rest of my bags on it, strap them all down, put her to bed, or put him to bed, and wake up early tomorrow and go riding. So hopefully the weather cooperates. Looks like it's going to be a cold morning again tomorrow morning. A little better than this morning. This morning it got down into the 30s, so it was definitely a cold night for June. My original plan was we were going to go have a lake day today, but like I said, as cold as it was, I don't think it got above 60 degrees until like 1 o'clock today, so not really good for a lake day. Jesus. And yeah, this is all the wind kind of pushing me around right now.
You know what helps when you're trying to get on the highway? This is a pro tip for you. Is if you see a gap, speed up and take the stupid thing. Don't pull this, I don't know if I should take this spot. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna be all nervous and slow and just frickin' take your gap, man. Pretty simple. I know they say that defensive driving is the best way to drive. I say no, that's not necessarily the case, because sometimes you got to go a little bit on the offensive when you're driving. Just how it is. And our gas is playing around again. So it was $3.49 yesterday, now it's $3.48 today. I would guess by next week it'll be $3.39 again, and we'll pop back up and go back down. It's kind of been all over the place, but at least it's not like $4 gas or more, so that's good. I mean, it is if you use premium, but I don't use premium, and I do not need premium for my owner's manual. Also, I can run ethanol on this. And no, I've never had an issue with my fuel system getting gummed up in anything I've owned. But I also take care of it, so that's a big important deal. I don't just throw a fresh load of ethanol fuel into the bike and then just let it sit there for 5 months. Alright, well, I'm gonna go mail this letter and go check out bike night, and maybe we'll see you in the morning, I guess. Alright, let's see what we got here tonight. Oh, the KTM racing team is here. Well, ain't that cool? Ain't that fancy? Yep. I ride a whole Honda Goldwing and I go to bike night, because, yeah, what are you gonna do about it, huh? That'll work.
The next day.
Well, it is the next day. Heading into town to get fueled up, meet up and link up and go. And I tell you what, that way to the west is looking beautiful. Unfortunately, we're going that way. Well, kind of that way. Basically going south out of Rapid City on South Dakota 79. Because yeah, we're a lot more north of Denver than we are west. Actually, we're actually probably just a little bit, if you draw a state line, I bet you we're maybe 40 miles to the east of the Front Range if you went like just straight south. But here's some perspective. Highway 85 goes through Spearfish, which is about 45 miles to the west of us, and it ends up running through Denver, Colorado. And actually Highway 85, essentially once you hit Cheyenne, Wyoming, Highway 85 is I-25 pretty much all the way to the end. So because 85 does go all the way down to El Paso, so yeah. Weather-wise though, I mean, it's not too bad here. It's 54 degrees. I am concerned though about, you know, where that fog bank starts, and I think it's going to be here in about 10 miles. So I have a sneaking suspicion that pretty much until we get down to Maverick Junction, which is the turnoff for Hot Springs, I think we're going to be anywhere from this to pretty much full on fog. So it's just part of the deal. I mean, it wouldn't be a clutch trip somewhere on the motorcycle without waking up and, you know, a cloudy, dreary morning. That's just kind of that's kind of a trademark of most of my trips. Although generally for me, it always seems to be that first day is always the one that kind of sucks, like right away leaving here. So maybe this is a good omen. You know, a dreary morning here probably means good, clear, sunny days when we get down south. Although I can assure you we are going to get wet. I mean, we're taking 2 rides in the mountains 2 of those days we're down there, so there's no way that not one of those 2 days in the mountains that we get wet. That's just part of riding in the mountains. But as it always is when you're riding a motorcycle, it's just kind of, well, part of the territory. Well, we are off like a herd of turtles. We are south of Rapid City on 79. You can see it's spitting a little bit. Not too bad though. We definitely got into the fog as I suspected we would. But that's okay because we're going south. Every time I go to work in the morning, I drive into town, going southeast. You look to the south every morning, you're like, man, I just want to keep going. I want to keep going to pretty much every day. I want to keep going to Colorado every day. So when I finally get that opportunity, man, it's awesome. I love it. Absolutely love it. Well, temp wise, it's 57 degrees. It's actually, the fog and the clouds have actually kind of been a little bit of a blessing because it's kept it a little bit warmer here. It was definitely colder at home, so you know, sometimes you get lemons, you got to make some lemonade. So, but got underway about 6:40, so I said 06, and I figured if we were leaving by 07, I'd be happy. So, fun tip: if you're planning a trip and you're figuring out what time to leave, figure out your time that you absolutely want to be gone by, and then make it an hour earlier. And here's why: because if you do that, all your stragglers will get there in plenty of time to make your no later than time. But don't tell people you're doing that. Keep that as closely guarded a secret as you can, but that's how I do it. Now granted, that may mean you may spend a lot of time waiting on people because you probably get there way early, but you know what, I'd rather be waiting on people than them waiting on me. That's just kind of always been kind of my mentality. So, but all's well. Basically, you know, had a luggage issue, which, hey, that happens. You know, new luggage bag, trying to figure out how it's set up, but like I said, we are moving now, so probably gonna check in with you a little bit later. But hey, guess what? Looks like we're starting to see a little bit of sun, which is good news, because my God, it got really bad there by Lusk, right down to maybe an 1/8 of a mile visibility. So we can see a lot further than that now. Our temperature is up to 70. I'm starting to get a little warm. Actually, I think we're gonna open some vents right now. That'll help. But our next stop is gonna be Torrington, and we're gonna feel some layers there, fuel up again, probably be good to go for another little bit. The reason why I always stop in Torrington and I try to avoid Lusk is because, well, Lusk, there's only really one gas station. There's like 4 pumps there, or 6, and it's a madhouse, and today was no exception. And I didn't think about it when I was there, but every pump was filled up. There's about 8 vehicles parked along the side of it, 6 motorcycles all over the place. As usual, Lusk was crazy busy. So If you're coming up Highway 85, I would highly recommend, if your fuel window can allow it, stop in Torrington. And don't stop till either you hit Edgemont if you're coming over on 18, or Newcastle if you're staying on 85. If you can make your fuel window last like that, go for it. Or if it's a little tight, you can try Lingle too. So Lingle's about 10 miles to the, well, technically it's Highway 85 north, but kind of north and west, about 10 miles from Torrington. So you can try that too if you need a little bit more fuel. But like I said, if you can avoid Lusk, I would absolutely do it. At least for fuel anyway. Cancel. I mean, there is a, I still haven't figured out what function of words I say that makes the Senate think I'm asking it to do something, but I'm probably never figure it out. But anyways, there's, I mean, I think there's a pretty decent bar there to eat at. I know the 2 Lane Life Boys have ate there quite a few times. They stay at that hotel there too quite a bit, but I'd say if you just need fuel, just try your darndest to stay out of Lusk, because it's way too busy of a town. Really what they need is they need to build a nice big little Maverick on the south side of town, and that would alleviate a lot, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. But anyways, yeah, we're about, oh, I'd say we're probably about 20 miles away from Torrington now. Probably won't check in there, but we will definitely check in later. For the record, nothing screws up a good road like a chip seal. So if you don't know what a chip seal is, consider yourself lucky. Because basically what a chip seal is they just throw a bunch of oil down, a bunch of loose gravel down, and they just have the traffic pack it down. And it's supposedly to keep the road fixed, but if you ask me, nothing screws up a perfectly good road like a chip seal. And I live in chip seal country, and I can tell you this much, never been that impressed by it. I mean, it does a good job of throwing a bunch of dust around and breaking windshields and everything like that, but that's about it. So I'm sure some traffic engineer is going to come on here and tell me, oh, well, you know, it adds on average 7 years to the road. Well, like I said, all it does is just causes a bunch of dust. You still have the bumps, you still have the cracks. There's nothing other than that. So like I said, nothing screws up a perfectly good road like a chip seal. But it is what it is, I guess. Needless to say, we will not be taking Highway 85 back. I can assure you of that. Well, we are in Colorado. There's mountains right off in front of me, kind of right there. You can't see them in the GoPro, but trust me, they're there. It is a little hazy today. It's kind of a Colorado day, you know. But I tell you, man, you see that Colorado sign? I look to my right and I see the mountains. I'm like, hell yeah. Hell freaking yeah. I'm back, baby. Just like that. Make no mistake about it. Clutch is back in Colorado. Like I said, man, I see those mountains. I'm like, hell yeah. God, I love coming down here. This is like one of my favorite places to come. If you can't figure it out already, if you've been around for a minute with the Sodak motorcycle blog, you'll notice there's a lot of Colorado content on here because, well, I'm down here a lot. And part of the reason is, well, it's close. I mean, what are we at? We're about 6 hours, 6 riding hours, well, probably about 7.5 riding hours from my house. If we were in a car, it'd probably be about 6.5, maybe 6. But yeah, it's so close for one thing. I have family down here, that also helps. And like I said, the place is just, it's freaking awesome. I mean, like, I kind of, Colorado, in my mind, I almost sometimes think about it's almost a second home to me, even though I'm not here a lot. But I don't know, it feels like a place that I would do just fine at, for sure. And yeah, it's got its faults, and yeah, there's all the Californians are here now, but I don't know, not a bad place to me, that's for sure. Just something about it, man. And who knows, maybe it'd be different if I think a lot of it's tied to my sports teams, that a lot of them that I come to gravitate towards at a pretty young age. You know, gravitated towards the Broncos pretty young. Not really towards Rockies, because I was a Twins fan, but gravitated towards the Broncos. Came and then became an Avs fan pretty much when they moved here. Because I was kind of needing one, because, well, I didn't have one in Minnesota at that time, because the frickin' North Stars decided to leave, sons of bitches. Then kind of picked up on, I'll admit to you, I picked up on the Nugs quite a bit later, like maybe 2 years ago. Was when I kind of started paying attention to them, and last year I was really became following. Obviously the playoffs, championship helped, so definitely started as a fair weather in that one. So yeah, like that helps too. As is typical, looks like we got some thunderheads over the mountains. That's nothing new. That's a typical day here in Colorado. So, but I think we're gonna go find something to eat, and I don't know, I'll check in with you later, I guess. Well, big moment coming up here. We're at 99,998 miles, about to hit 100,000. I've had it since about 54,000, if I remember. So we definitely put some miles on it, that's for sure. 1 mile left. I figured right about Longmont, but we're past Longmont, so. There it is, 100,000 miles. Pretty cool. Although technically it's probably 99,500 because of the error for my wheel, but hey, still cool. 100,000. I've never taken a bike to that, so cool. We're recording. Denver, big building. Slow down. City traffic. I'm probably about to trigger some of y'all because I'm talking to you on my GoPro while in traffic. Sorry. You'll get over it. And the lovely people of Denver welcome you. Or as Al Rowe should say, the lovely people of Denver welcome you to traffic. Big city, what are you gonna do? I mean, yep, it's traffic, it sucks. It is what it is. At least we're not damn near stopped like we were earlier, so. Lemonade. Matt's holding on back there. Bay's getting a little toasty. God, I know I am. That's okay. Got my good friend H2O to keep me company. Well, Well, you know, it's another year and Clutch is in Denver again on the bike. I thought about Revzilia, but I want to buy some cleaner for my bike, so we're going to hit up Performance Cycle, which is a pretty solid shop here in Denver for sure. I mean, obviously check out Revzilla because they got like the Dumb and Dumber bike and all that stuff there, but Performance Cycle ain't no ham on rye. Brake. Give me some neutral. There we go. And that's why we keep a good following distance, kids. Gives us time to react. Give you one quick view of Denver here. Give me some neutral, give me some fan. All right, check in later. Okay, we're just about there. I know you can't see it because, but there in the distance there on the right, there's Pikes Peak. It's covered by haze, and frankly, I know you can't see it with the GoPro, but it's there. We see in Pikes Peak, you know you're close to Colorado Springs, so. Just about the monument. Which, by the way, if you're in an area where tollways are free for motorcyclists, I would take full advantage and use it. Absolutely. Because it's awesome. You can just kind of get away from all the crazy traffic and just kind of go and relax a little bit, if you can, you know, on a road. But even if the traffic ain't bad, I would take full advantage of it, because we definitely are. Yeah, there's risks, like you might be behind somebody that does the speed limit, or get behind someone who just apparently decided they want to go down the toll or the expressway. That's what's going on in northern Colorado right now, because they're all free. So you get all these guys who are like, oh, I want to do the tollway, I want to do the express lane, it's free. No, that's the key of the express lane. No, hammer. I say hammer till you catch up to somebody. That was Monument Hill, my friends. Alright, well, I'll check in with you later.
Morning, everybody. It's Clutch from Sodak Motorcycle Blog. Oh yeah, that's the view from my hotel. Pikes Peak right there. Beautiful, beautiful morning here in Colorado Springs. A little rainy, but that's what it is. That's a hell of a view.
Wave hello. There we go. There we go. So a key with these runs, you kind of just got to watch out, watch what you're doing, pay attention. You kind it can be a little bit of a little hectic. This is obviously pass the signals back. And let your tail gunners kind of do the work. As in, like, if you need a lane change, the tail gunner kind of seals the lane for you. Definitely not 1% of precision here, but you know, kind of got to get the job done. Stay where you're at, keep the gaps filled. Like I said, the group ride does kind of get a little hectic. Definitely kind of want to have some, you know, a solid head on your shoulders. Big thing is make absolutely sure that you still prioritize your safety. As in, don't take the fact that you're falling behind the group determine what you're doing on the bike. If someone's creeping in the lane, just let them go. Don't, like, you're still going to lose that fight if you've got a motorcycle, so just beware. The other thing is try to have an idea of the route you're taking. So that way, if you do get split up, you can still manage. Also, if you're up front, kind of, you know, keep an eye on your back, you know. Alright, so one of the best things about riding in and around Colorado Springs is, well, you got the Rocky Mountains just right here, man. And then you got Pikes Peak kind of right towering over all of it. One of the best things about Colorado Springs is you're basically at the foot of the mountains. It's not like Denver is, where downtown Denver is probably a good 10-15 miles away from the base of the mountains. Colorado Springs, though, you're right on it. It's kind of like Golden News. You're right on the base of the foothills. And then, of course, you got Pikes Peak right there. Like, it just kind of towers over everything around here. It's so cool. And I know you can't see it, but I can see in the distance. I can see the visitor center up there. Way up on top there. Normally we'd go up there, but it's hill climb weekend, so nope. No Pikes Peak. That's Red Lake, that's where we're eating later. So we are doing Garden of the Gods Thirst. That's cool. I'm stoked with that. Better log a little bit there. Maybe I should have shifted down. Alright, up to the Garden of the Gods we go. I've said this before, I'll say it again. You want something cool and you happen to be passing through Colorado Springs, pop off at 25 for a second and take a swing through Garden of the Gods. It probably won't take you more than an hour, but it's so worth it. Because let me tell you, Garden of the Gods is pretty flippin' awesome. Those rocks to my right there, yep, that's part of Garden of the Gods. Absolutely beautiful out there. pretty simple from 25. Get off on Garden of the Gods Road. Just follow that road until pretty much the end. And follow the signs for Garden of the Gods. Pothole. Well, not a pothole. Oh, that's epic. That's so much better than the old four-way stop that used to be there. And here we are. This is it right here. Like I said, an epic place for sure. Give me some reach there. We'll see how that does. Yeah, that's too much. There we go. That's better. Yep, there we go. Too much. Went a little higher than I needed to for sure. There you go. Yeah, one of the most epic places on earth, and well, it's, I mean, we're like right literally on the outskirts of Colorado Springs. Like, we are on the outskirts. Like, Colorado Springs is like 800 meters that way to my right. One of the best things about Colorado is this right here, is all the just the cool, outdoors that you're so close to and get to enjoy. God, it's so beautiful. Brakes. And also we have wildlife here. And parking lots. Check that out. Ain't that something? Man, it really is going to come alive in this 360 camera too. I think the 360 may turn into one of the best things I've ever gotten for motovlogging, I think. Like, I don't even have my GoPro on right now. With this DJI mic, it kind of makes it easier, a little cleaner. I've still got the mic down below. It's hanging off my wind guard, and it seemed to be picking me up just fine when I was talking into it. So I think it's close enough to my mouth. It can pick up on, basically voice box and all that stuff. Ah, there we go. Look at that, on the left, another cool view. Also way up in the distance there, if you're wondering, with all the, you can't see the antennas on it, but that's Cheyenne Mountain. Scene of the infamous incident where Barbra Streisand became Mecca Streisand and tried to attack the mountain. But fortunately, the boys from South Park saved the day. The other thing I've always thought is really cool about the Green Knights is we have quite the representation of bikes here. We got a BMW sport bike up front. I think that's a... what one is that? I think that might be a... Which one is that? Is that a Road King? I couldn't tell you. But then we got the Street Glide Ultra. All right, I think that's an Ultra Limited in front of me. We got a Vulcan. We got a Victory Highball, Honda Goldwing, Harley Pan America. We got Can-Ams. We kind of, you name it, we kind of have it around here. It's not one of those clubs where it's oh hey, you got to have this brand. No, it's not. Oh, traffic. It's fun up here. Hopefully they don't just happen to get in their vehicle and back up. Looks like we are the hit of the town right now. Of course, to be honest, a group of, 20, 30 some motorcycles coming through probably isn't very much a thing you see every day. I mean, I'm used to Sturgis where we see it all the time, but this has always been a pretty cool area, I thought. Although, that rock always makes me nervous. Hey, air movement, yay! There we go. Ah, my Goldwing's happy now. Need some cool air. Ah, there we go. And I'm happy because I'm getting cool air as well. Okay, well, that's enough for that in the air, I think. Oh. Welcome to Woodland Park. Just a tad bit west of Colorado Springs on Highway 24. 24, that was kind of weird how I said that. Don't know why. Oh, it's a funny story. I went through with a friend of mine a long time ago. We come into Woodland Park, Deckers. Well, the way the light, you sit at the main light on 24, it looks like Pikes Peak is to your right. You turn right, you follow the highway around and get to Pikes Peak, which you kind of see right now. But my GPS said no, it was the left. We got in arguments like, no, GPS says it's the left. He thought there was no way. Well, sure enough, we made the left and we got there. And because the minute we turned, the road turned back around and all of a sudden Pikes Peak was the way it was supposed to be. But then he later revealed to me that he was going to do Pikes Peak several years before that and kind of came through the same way and made a wrong turn. So that's why he missed it. I don't know how true that was, but that's kind of just the way the guy was, But I didn't lose all of it. Cripple Creek, everybody. Right? Yeah. So we're going with it.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yep, okay. Can't run like that, but that's pretty cool. I got that up in the air like that. That's gonna be some slick shots when we're all said and done.
Yep.
And like I said, the mic deal's also working too, so I'm me to whip this out.
Ooh, look at me, I got a cruise.
Yeah, I know. I'm fancy, I'm cool. Yeah, there's that. Look out. There we go. Dang, I haven't used a quarter of my battery yet either. God, this mic is freaking awesome. Oh my God, this mic is awesome.
My front tire slid because I pulled the front brake when I was coming in. And I was like, whoop.
That's why I love my three wheels. I don't have to worry about stuff like that.
Blocking you like. Stop being rude.
I'll get it in there eventually.
Stop being a motovlogger. You're not even cool. Only the healthiest things for lunch. Now, hello! We're in Cripple Creek. Well, that's a cool little setup there. Huh, nice. Brass Ass Casino. That's a cool little name. Talking about donkeys here, calm down. Speaking of asses, nice little veterans monument over there. Well, as you can see me right there, there's old Pikes Peak again, and it kind of just dominates this whole area. We're at Woodland Park here now, the other direction. Completely dominates the skyline here. So a little spit and rain ain't bothering it. I would guess if it was a gully washer, it'd be a different story. But yeah, there she dominating the landscape. There we go. Check that out, boys. Imagine being the first one to discover this place. Like my God, what is that? It's warm, 83, but I think it's obviously it's hot off the pavement too. It was in the 60s up at Cripple Creek. Kind of wish it was still that chilly down here. If it was that chilly down here, it'd be like in the 40s at Cripple Creek. So I think we're doing lunch at Red Leg, I think. I don't know for sure. Going that way. Back around. Yeah, basically you just take a big huge loop if you really want to in here. Okay, Red Lake Beer Check, West Coast IPA, delicious. What'd you get?
I got the Lion ESB.
Is it delicious?
It is.
Well, good. It's delicious. We're good. We'll check in later with the food. So while I'll got the pepperoni, I think he thinks it's delicious.
Oh yeah.
Garlic knots, delicious. Beer Garden pizza. Also delicious. Perfect. Good lunch. Awesome. Pizza and beer. Can't get much better than that. All right, beer check. Hazy IPA, delicious. What was that one?
It was a Czech Pilsner and it was delicious.
All right, perfect. Everything's delicious. We're good. It is raining though. Spitting. You know, just a typical day in Colorado Springs. Mountain storms. It's a pretty cool little setup here. This is Red Lake Brewery, by the way. This is all the food vendors. Like, this is like set up how I think a craft brewery should be set up. Like, this is perfect. Used to be in a lot smaller location, but now they're in a better location. Everybody's having a good time.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's just so goddamn close to the mountains.
Sun is out.
Yeah. Sun's out.
The best part about Colorado is it's raining and storming 10 minutes. Next minute, it's beautiful and sunny. So,
A hurricane earlier.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay, friends. Well, so I think we're going to call it a day because, well, I'm ready to put the camera away. We've had a couple beers. We did a great ride. We kind of went through a little thunderstorm because, you know, well, Colorado.
Yeah.
And now it's beautiful. So we're going to go with cycle gear. Probably going to spend some money that we don't have, but hell with it. Why not? And yeah, that's probably boring. So we're going to leave it today. But good morning. Here with Clutch. Once again, here back in Colorado Springs. Day 3 of Midwest Meet and Greet. Once again, let's do the obligatory view of Pikes Peak off there in the distance. Looking beautiful this morning. The power lines on the stoplight really add a nice little touch to it, you know. But just another beautiful day. Saturday, so it shouldn't be as hectic today. We're going up to a place called Decker's, and then we're gonna eat in a place in Sedalia. Well, here's something you ain't seen before. No, actually you haven't, because last time I was on here, I was not a motovlogger yet. This is Colorado Highway 67. We're north of Woodland Park, Colorado, on the way to Decker's. Cool little back road. Alternative to I-25. Beautiful road. Decent shape. Get a little bit of twisty going onto it. It's Colorado 67 till Decker's, and then actually there's a couple ways you can go. The way we're going from Decker's today is we're going to head up on county roads up to Bailey, Colorado. And then from Bailey we'll take 285 back around. We're going to skirt on the south side. Look, I think the south side of Metro Denver, that is. And then come back down to Sedalia to the bar, have some lunch. And then from there, I don't know. Actually, our president of our club, he's in Colorado for a wedding in Denver. He said he ain't got anything going on today, so when we get done with lunch, we may just skip the rest of the ride. Maybe go up there and link up with him. Maybe tell him to meet us at Revzilla or something like that, you know. But as you can see, we got some beautiful scenery up here. Yeah, like I said, this is a nice little ride too. And also, it's looking like it's going to be an absolutely beautiful day for riding. We haven't seen any storm clouds quite yet. I mean, they'll be coming. That's how it is in Colorado, but right now it's looking good. Looking a lot better than it did yesterday, that's for sure. Other than that, let's see, yesterday after the ride we went down Slack and Gear and went back up to Harley Davidson. God, what else did we do? We went back to the same place we went the night before, a place called Wackadoo Brewing, because we went there the night before and they gave us a flyer for the show the next night, and it was basically buy one get one, so we decided to go back for that before we went to supper. Had supper at Colorado Mountain Brewing. Pretty good place. Actually, if you're at Colorado Mountain Brewing, they got a little thing called venison egg rolls. My God, those are like the best egg rolls ever. They are freaking legit, man. They are so freaking good. Just legit freaking good, man. So if you get to Colorado Mountain Brewing, there's a couple locations. We were at the oh hell, the North Colorado Springs one. Can't think of the address. Well, I'll check in with you later. Oh yeah, I'm glad I turned the camera on. By the way, when we say Sager, you know, I was just thinking, another nice thing about being here is, man, like, it's kind of nice to ride with people that kind of know how to ride in some kind of a motorcycle formation. Because let me tell you, during Dakota Thunder, that's not the case. Of course, the problem is you get all the people who got to be together all the time. They can't be apart at all. So you got people who'll cause gaps, won't fill gaps in. Because here's what's supposed to happen when you're staggered. If the person in front of you falls out, you move up. The person to the right of them does not move up, you move up. That way you keep the staggered formation together. Also, maybe you don't like riding on the inside. Well, then try to get on the outside. But I would recommend maybe learn to be comfortable on both sides. But if you get someone who absolutely's got to be on that side, you know what? Then if they come from your side, fill that stupid gap in. You don't need to be right by your buddy. It's okay. You're going to the same location. You're not that far apart. You will be fine. But that's just my little rant for the day. Welcome to Deckers. Oh yeah, we flying the drone here. Yes, we are. Go. Just marking the gravel, guys. like some more off-roading. Yeah. Big rocks, big rocks, big rocks, big rocks, big rocks, big rocks. Oh yeah. Deckers and Bailey. County roads. Slowing down. I'll tell you what, it's a beautiful day today. If you ain't out here enjoying it, well, sucks to be you. There's any of my fellow Green Knights from Chapter 68 watching. Guess what? You're missing a great ride. Been a good time, nice fun rally, or nice fun meetup. I'll tell you, you're missing out. Shoulda came. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. It's a big group. Oh, my arm's getting tired. Nice. What do we have here? The other thing about today is everything's nice and clear. You can see a long freaking ways today. It's awesome. Not a lot of haze to deal with, nothing like that. It's pretty nice. where are we at now? About 81 degrees, so not too bad of a temp. We're obviously coming back down towards 285, so we're getting back a little lower again. We're slowing down. Oh, I think we got some good, oh yeah, 20 mile per hour curves, cool. Oh, rapids are running pretty good too. Nice. Now, if you're wondering why we're going single file, well, you kind of look at the curves here. That's kind of why we're doing it. The point of a single file is give everybody plenty of space. Now, you don't necessarily got to be right in line doing it. Like, you can almost do kind of a modified staggered, but you're just giving everybody plenty of space to have like the whole lane. You know, basically you're looking at 2 or 3 seconds between you. Everyone's got their own lane that they can be in. It's nice on curves and narrow roads, that way you can, you know, everybody's got plenty of space and nobody's crowding each other. Good spots would be like kind of some curvy roads like this, if you're like in a narrow canyon. If you're running, honestly, I'd say if you're running down the Needles Highway, Iron Mountain Road, those are 2 prime example of roads. It's probably best just to stay single file the whole time. Beautiful little valley here. There are times where I wish my great grandpa would have came a little bit further. But if I grew up in a place like this, I don't know if I'd appreciate it as much as I do where I grew up where there wasn't this. Yeah, I think that's exactly what we're doing. I don't know, maybe. Well, maybe this is it. Oh yeah, it is. Okay.
So after lunch, old Clutch here decided, you know what, be a good idea. Let's go to downtown Denver and go check out RevZilla. And well, probably not one of Clutch's best ideas, as it was 94 degrees, and we decided let's take Highway 85 up into Denver because Interstate 25 is all jammed up and it take longer. So we ride through town all the way up into downtown Denver, and we decided to ride around Denver, probably the hottest part of the day, because once again, it probably wasn't one of my brightest decisions in my life. But anyways, I kept going. So we run around downtown a little bit, and we keep moving around, and we deal with some traffic, and I get lost on a lane, and I choose the wrong lane, and because it's, downtown Denver. But hey, it's all good at the end, because we come up on not only RevZilla, but also discovered that Revit has a store right across the street from RevZilla. So hey, it was pretty cool. All worked out good. My buddy got himself a tank bag, so all was happy there. Other than that, it was back down to Colorado Springs, and well, we got ready for the next morning where we'd head home.
Hello. Shut the intercom off so we're not echoing back. Well, good morning, everybody. Sunday morning, June 23rd. Yeah. If you've been watching the last 4 videos, well, you'll know we're still in Colorado Springs. Well, now we are north of Colorado Springs. We are getting ready to, well, we aren't getting ready to, we are actually leaving Colorado Springs. Pikes Peak, the Air Force Academy, all that to my rear. Actually, that's the north gate right over to my left. Should be pretty smooth, easy sailing back to South Dakota. Although we're going to take a different route than we did coming down. Mainly to get away from that chip seal. So we're just going to say hell with it and go through Nebraska. Basically, we're heading up to, we'll take 76 up to Fort Morgan. Then from there, we'll go through Kimball, Nebraska, through Scottsbluff and Crawford, and, well, back to Rapid City. But anyway, it's been a good trip, very enjoyable trip. I think we're recovered enough from yesterday to get by. It is going to be kind of a warm one today, but oh well. I will say this. We got out of here my goal was to get out of Colorado Springs by 8, or get out of the hotel by 8 in the morning, and well, not only have we gotten out of our hotel, but we've gotten fueled up and we're northbound on the interstate, and it's 7:58, so I'm happy with where we're at. Hopefully we'll be back about 4 or 5 tonight. That's kind of the goal. We'll see how that goes though. But with it being Sunday morning, traffic in Denver shouldn't be too bad. We're just going to run right down through the center of it. Yep, I could save a little bit of time by having by using the tollway, but my companion here does not have a transponder, so which we can still HOV because we're on motorcycles, but for the most part, license plate tolls are quite a bit more expensive. But anyways, so we're hitting, this is Monument now. Monument Hills, crest of the hills right up there. So we're gonna we'll probably check in on you, show you a little bit through Denver, show you how Sunday morning in Denver looks, and go from there. Should be another boring ass video. There, get around that damn white Ram. It's always the Ram guys, dude. Telling you. Well, we're just about to downtown here. That's 6th Avenue right there, so we're pretty darn close. Or, well, the exit sign. And as you can see, it's a Sunday morning, so, you know, typical Sunday, just kind of just relaxed. And, I mean, there's still a decent amount of traffic, but it's all flowing good. There's plenty of room, there's plenty of gaps. Plenty of room for a Ram guy to sit at 60 miles an hour in the hammer lane. Sorry, Ram guys, but it seems like it's always you doing all the dumb stuff. Just say it. But it's been running good so far. Like I said, nice and just can go. You're definitely feeling it warm up already, though. You kind of knew that was coming. But we got to bed a little later last night. And like I said, it'll be warm, but not end of the world hot. I can kind of generally handle heat pretty well. But yeah, not bad at all. Now Saturdays, yeah, it's busy through here too. Yeah, Sunday's not too bad. Not too bad at all. But here shortly we're going to be getting out of the city and getting out in the country of Colorado. Back to our little tiny Rapid City. But people that live there complain about traffic, and I'm like, I don't know, man. And I do too, but then you always got to remember, well, we got it pretty good where we live. We got it pretty easy. Yeah, I can definitely handle traffic at home compared to, you know, here. And really here it's not so bad, you know. It's and like I said, riding through cities is just kind of one of those deals where you just kind of got to ride with your head on your shoulders and you kind of got to just go for it. You can't be timid. You can't be timid riding through a city. You just can't. And my riding buddy here, man, he is phenomenal. Well, he's also from Florida, so I wasn't too worried about his abilities to deal with traffic and weirdness. But he's good. He stays with me. He stays right connected with me the whole damn time. But we've also rode together enough this 4 days where we're kind of in sync now. Kind of know what each other's doing. He can kind of read what I'm gonna do beforehand, and helps to be predictable for sure. What the hell? Well, anyways, I'm gonna shut this off. Well, I know you can't see him in the GoPro, but there are mountains behind me. I can see them in my mirrors. I can still see kind of the snow-capped peaks, kind of the last images of the Rockies. Kind of feeling a little sad about it. Kind of reminds me when you live in the Bighorns, kind of the same deal where you got them in your rear view. And but yeah, we are about, I'd say we're about 25-30 miles outside of Denver. And what's crazy is, you know, 25 miles outside of Denver on I-70 and it's still sprawl. 25 miles north on 25 and still sprawl. 25 miles south on 25 and it's still sprawl. But 25 miles west or east and northeast on 70 and 76. There's nothing here, man. If you're completely clueless of where you're at in the world, you'd be, I mean, you would know, hey, I'm by some mountains. You would know that much. But other than that, I mean, there's really nothing that tells you, hey, you got a big city coming up in 25 miles. Just wild how that works. Minnesota's kind of a lot of that same way, where you're driving along in the woods, and bam, here's the Twin Cities, you know. But yeah, it is wild though. That's Keensburg right here, little tiny town. And I can say this too, the 4 days is starting to wear on me a little bit. I can feel it. I'm starting to feel it. I'm getting tired. But it's okay, we're gonna soldier on, because, well, that's our option. But we're doing okay, so I guess I'll check in with you with more barring content later. Well, kind of depressing. Can't see mountains anymore. All that's left is, well, this desolate place. Although it's not bad. I've said it before, I'll say it again, I do find beauty in places like this too, where it's kind of just desolate, nothing. There's big skies and open roads. We are probably about 35 miles south of Kimball, Nebraska. We are still in Colorado, if you can believe that. But yeah, this is Colorado. This is north of Fort Morgan. Ain't a lot up here. Bunch of cattle, really. A few wheat fields. That's about it. And also, hopefully we don't have to deal any damn chip seal. I told my riding buddy last stop, it's like, I swear to God, we have to deal with chip seal again, I'm gonna, well, be really upset. But I think we'll be okay. So yes, there is the way, which is 85, and then there's, well, the other way. This route compared to Highway 85, it adds about 10 miles. And I think it adds about 20 minutes, give or take. Although, I'll tell you this much, had we come down this way as opposed to 85, it would have been about the same with the, you know, the 20-minute wait for the pilot car, so. But there's a lot less between here and there if you take this route. It's really, there's, once you get out of Denver, you've got Fort Morgan, and then Scottsbluff, and that's about it. There's a couple small towns in between. There is Kimball, which is in between, although there's not a lot in Kimball either. There is a couple gas stations in Kimball. And Scottsbluff is obviously a, you know, a decent sized city. I think they got, I think between them and Gehring, they're at like 20,000. So it's enough where you got some hotels, and also there's Scottsbluff National Monument up there. So it's, it's a free national park. It's kind of cool to go up there. I mean, you do see for quite a ways. It's mostly just kind of what we see here, but I don't know. Figure if you're stuck riding through western Nebraska and you're there, just will take advantage, you know, and get some enjoyment out of Nebraska. Although I don't I mean, like I said, yeah, I don't know, there's nothing cool. Although I don't know, I've been in places where all it is just tree-lined roads, and I guess to me I feel like it's one and the same. It just one has trees and one doesn't. I guess I don't mind this. Actually, oh, you good? Okay, all right. Just had to make sure they were good. Yep, and he knew exactly what I was doing when I was slowing down. Yep. That's that biker intuition there. But around here, even if they ain't got their helmet down around here, I will stop and check, because we've seen like 4 cars since we left Fort Morgan. So this is one of those areas where, yeah, you definitely stop and you check and make sure all is well. But all is well, so we will keep moving along. Oh, fun fact, this is part of the route that the guys from Revzilla, Ari and Zach, when they built the oh hell, can't think of the name, when they built the Dumb and Dumber bike, because they recreated the Dumb and Dumber route. Well, that was here. This was the road they took. But, well, anyways, you probably had enough seeing this, so we'll check in a little bit later. Well, Nebraska. Well, thank you, Google. Appreciate it. So, yep, now we're in Nebraska. Here it is, all exciting. Kind of looks like Colorado here. About 17 miles south of Kimball here, and still riding along. Excuse me. Temperature check, it's up to 91 degrees, so it's definitely gotten warmer. We knew that was going to happen today, but anyways, that's it for now. See you later. There. We're just about to Scottsbluff. So I talk about Scottsbluff National Park. Well, that's where it is right there. It ain't just one bluff, it's numerous bluffs. But the place you go to the top of it is one of the bluffs. Then behind me is the Wildcat Hills. It's not very big. There ain't much to them. That's the thing about Nebraska. The really cool stuff's few and far between. Packed into dense areas for sure, but still running good. Oh, temperature's up to 96 now, 95. Yeah, it's pretty hot. I think we're gonna do a Culver's lunch. Hope to God the air conditioning works in that frickin' building well. Usually the Culvers are pretty good because, you know, they're kind of known for their frozen custard, so you kind of got to keep that cold. Cool off for a little bit, put some fuel in, maybe do our final stretch to home. We're coming closer to the more scenic part of this drive. Here just to the south of Crawford, Nebraska. Well, it's still 95, so it's still hot. We didn't think that was going to change. by any means. Yeah, you can kind of see it kind of off here in the distance. Damn, that's windy. A little bit of terrain, some trees. It's still fairly desolate out here, but that gets some improvement. But we're probably about another 10 miles or so from Crawford. Then from there another 20 miles till we catch back up to 385, and then it'll be 385 back in South Dakota. Highway 79 in Maverick Junction, which is Hot Springs turnoff. And probably about 2 hours and 10 minutes for Epsy. We're getting fuel one more time here at Maverick Junction as well. But we're getting there. We just about got this one whipped, and like I said, this is one of these trips, man. I'm just kind of feeling it. But hard day ride down. First day of the riding wasn't too bad. We didn't go as hard the first day. We did go kind of hard yesterday. Plus then, you know, the old genius here decides, hey, let's go downtown to Denver from an hour away and take 85 in, because we can't take I-25 in because I-25 is 6 minutes slower because of traffic. So yeah, I was that guy. But it was good. Glad we went down there, and all was not lost. My riding companion, he found himself a nice little tank bag for, well, by the time he signed up for the Revzilla rewards, he got his $15 bonus cash, and got his other $5 bonus cash, and got his military discount. The $100 bag actually turned out to be, well, $95, so worked out pretty good for him. I'm glad we didn't go all the way up there for nothing, so that's pretty cool. Of course, they got the Dumb and Dumber bike there, obviously. They still have Aspen, Colorado shirts for sale. I didn't inquire on sizes. I'm guessing they're down to basically like, you know, triple XL probably. But if you still want one of those Aspen, California t-shirts that you see me wear, maybe get down there and get it, because that's the only place you can get it. What else? Oh, found out, hey, there's a Revit, the apparel company Revit. There's one of their stores which is right across the street from Revzilla, and it's pretty solid, full store, like good setup. I was pretty impressed with it. So there's plenty of options down there. Not to mention you got a BMW, Ducati, and Moto Guzzi shop right down the block from Revzilla, and then across the block and down, or across the street and down, is another motorcycle repair shop. So there's some cool little things to see there in Lodo. But anyways, that's about it. Still running along. I'll probably check in on you again a little bit later. I shut it off too early. I forgot to show you this little part. I will say this about going the Nebraska route, it's still just as desolate, but you get a couple little cool spots like this. They're kind of nice to see. Oh, the other thing I didn't tell you about running through Nebraska is you don't get near the traffic when you run through Nebraska as you do over on Highway 85. That's another advantage of taking this route. And obviously, if you haven't figured it out yet, I'm gonna post the link, my Reaver link to this ride, so you can see the route. Maybe you're coming up from Colorado or something for the rally. Want to do a little different route? Well, here's one for you. Now, I would say if you're going like just straight to Sturgis, neither of the routes that I take are actually a quicker route. Your better bet to go to Sturgis is stay on 85 until Newcastle. But anyways, all right, now I think I'm gonna shut the camera off, get back to ride. Well, helmet's starting to annoy me. We are just about South Dakota here. This little road has up here, this is the state line. Yep, there it is. Welcome home. Oh good, road work again, yay. Oh, well, loose gravel, at least it's only on the shoulder. And back to the 4-lane. Well, I love going places, but I tell you what, it always feels good to get back in the state, that's for sure. It always feels good to be close to home. We're probably at maybe 90 miles away from Rapid City. So we're just about done now. Like I said before, fuel stop here at Maverick, which is good because I'm out of freaking water, which sucks when it's 97 degrees outside. But soon. Well, we're back in Rapid City. My riding companion just peeled off. Got a few miles to get home. Say about 1,300 miles was the amount of mileage for the trip, probably. Of course, all the videos should have a Reaver link to them, so you can kind of see the routes we took. But yeah, good trip, good weekend. Really glad I went. Really glad I did. Really glad it worked out. I have a day off tomorrow, and then back to work on Tuesday, and then work the rest of the week, and then I've got annual training starting on Saturday. So tomorrow will be my last day off until, well, I want to say 12th of July or something like that. So, which kind of sucks. But fortunately enough, things go right. I should only have one more of those 2-week AT periods left in my military career after this one, because I'm planning to retire in September 2025. So hopefully I'm on my second to last one. That would be great. Be nice to get my summers back. That would be cool, because I lose about half of my summer weekends thanks to the guard. I didn't mean to cuss there, my bad. Thanks to the guard. Just part of the deal. But that's kind of been the way it is. But here in a few years, it won't be an issue anymore. and that'll be nice. But until then, yep, we got some time yet to do stuff. But by the way, our chapter's hosting the next one. Wasn't really planning on that when I was going down, but kind of knew it was a possibility. And well, our area is too nice to and it's in demand, and well, it became a yeah, Chapter 68 ain't hosted for a while. Yeah, they ain't hosted for a long time. Yeah, it's like, well, kind of read the room, be like, well, I guess we're hosting. But that's okay, it'll be a good opportunity, good chance to kind of show ourselves, to kind of reintroduce ourselves to our region here. So we're gonna start to work on that tomorrow. Figure we'll work on locking the dates in first, and then basically getting dates in the campground locked in. That'll be the first thing that we do. Hopefully I can get that done here within the next month, because that way people get put in leave and we can start getting things ready to go. People will start marking their calendars and making plans for it. But that'll happen tomorrow. As for me tonight, we're going to get home, get everything off, probably get a little laundry going, sit in the air conditioning and chill. Because, well, I've had enough heat for the day. But I'd like to thank you for stopping by Sodak Motorcycle Blog for this series for 2024 Midwest Meet and Greet. Thanks for stopping by, I appreciate it. If you want to check out the other 3 videos, you sure can. I'm going to load the link to the playlist here at the end of this video. Hey, while you're there, why don't you go ahead and subscribe to the Sodak Motorcycle Blog, and also while you're there, you can hit that bell notification icon so you can be alerted of future videos. But I'll make it easier for you than that. Basically, 7 p.m. Mountain Time is when our videos come on. Essentially just peg yourself to the time in Denver, because we're on the same time zone as Denver is. So 7 p.m. Denver time, Thursdays is when we have new videos. So one final time, I'd like to thank you for stopping by the Sodak Motorcycle Blog. I'm Clutch, and we'll see you later. Cancel.